think I spit. I haven't done this in a while. What's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy Jeff. I am so rusty with this. I have not done a YouTube video in a while. We in the basement with my jump rope. I think you guys already know what's up. I'm about to jump rope. Today, I'm actually trying to learn 2 new tricks. Maybe I'll do 2, but I need to learn at least a new one. And I want to show you guys like the process of what I do. And I'm also going to show you guys like how I warm up before I jump rope. Sometimes I do cardio jumping rope, and sometimes I do cardio like on a Stairmaster. So when I do jumping rope as a cardio, like to warm up, or at the end, I always warm up the same way. And I'm going to show you guys what I do, like my mobility work. I got a ring light in front of me, and I'm not used to this light just beaming in my face. One of the tricks that I'm gonna learn is called the side. It's a side swipe variation. And the other one, if I get to it, depending on how tired I am by then, is a cross switch. That's what it's called, a cross switch. You guys are gonna see me sweat a bunch. I profusely sweat. For anybody that's curious, the jump rope I freaking love and I use every time is I use the crossroad jump rope. By the way, click that subscribe button and smash that like button, all right? So pretty much before I start, what I do is some mobility work, like very little mobility work. And what I mean by that is this. Bam. Hear my joints cracking? I already hear my joints cracking. I'm getting old, man. You come into the gym cold. You know, like when you wake up or you go to the gym, your body is cold. It's not prepared for the kind of activity that you're about to do. So you want to work your way up to warm up, and you want to warm up your joints, your ligaments, and your muscles, especially the ones that are going to be worked that day. Since I'm about to jump rope, what I do is usually like lower body mobility. So this is what I do, right? I do this a couple of times, then I'll do this. I'll start squatting, right? But slow. Start squatting. I hope you guys can see me. So what I do is I squat, bam, warming up my hips here. I'm warming up my hips, opening my adductors, right? And I just do this. I do this little bouncy motion. There's 2 ways you can stretch. You can either do dynamic stretching or static stretching. Dynamic is more like you're stretching your muscle, but you're in motion. Static is when you hold it. You wanna do dynamic stretching because you're gonna warm up the muscle and loosen it up at the same time. When you're doing static holds, you're warming up the muscle, but you're more so relaxing the muscle. Even though it's getting warmed up, it's more so relaxing. When you're moving around, you're getting warmed up. You're loosening up the muscle and you're getting warmed up. It's not relaxing. You're sort of like contracting it in a way. So, by the way, I'm no expert. This is just my opinion, and this is what has been working for me. All right, so calm down. After I do this, I don't know what this is called, kickbacks or whatever, but then I squat down, bounce a little bit, just stretching the adductors, come back up, squat, come back up. Just don't warm up the knees, right? And I'm warming up the ankles as well. Do high knees, I think is what it is, high knees, whatever. I completely forgot one thing that I always do, right? When I go down, I also go on my toes like this. I play around, and this really warms up my toes. It warms up my ankles very, very good. I just do this back and forth a little bit. Sometimes I even walk on my toes, because when you jump a rope, you're always gonna be on the ball of your feet. Never flat foot, on the ball of your feet. That's pretty much what I do. Sometimes I do this for my upper body, but I don't go too crazy. I'm already feeling warmed up. Do this. So at this point, I'm already warmed up and I'm ready to grab the rope, right? But when I do these things, before I start actually skipping rope, this is what I do. Let me show you this before I start jumping rope. One issue that I have practicing jumping rope here, especially with that rope, is that it hits the ceiling a lot. The ceiling is too low, right? So this is what's happening. Now, between us, my mom doesn't know, and I ain't telling her. Because you know, let's keep it that way. But look, this is what's happening. All of that, oh my God, if she sees that, that's caused by this. It skids it a lot of times. Like when I'm doing tricks, because it's so low, it hits this and it hits the light. This is pretty much the only space I have to work with it. So before I actually start skipping rope, what I do is, see what I'm talking about? I was hitting it. So I'll do this. Every time before I jump rope, I do this. I feel like I'm on this side. Before I start doing like all these crazy tricks, granted, I'm sort of doing a trick, but not while jumping in the rope, you know? This is how I always warm up every time before I actually get into jumping rope. I just swing it side to side, probably do it for like a minute, and then you'll see what I do to transition to like my next phase. And then for my second phase, then I start actually jumping rope. So this is what I do. what I just did was I transitioned to my second phase, which was grabbing the rope with both hands and doing side swings. And when I feel like I'm ready, then I'll open the rope and start jumping. Now I might start like this, right? I might start with both feet, or I'll do boxer skips. I usually do boxer skips, like this. I just do this, right? And work my way up. Start feeling it. So doing a little bit of that, just whip myself. After the second phase, I pretty much start jumping rope, a little bit of boxing skips, and then I start doing my tricks, right? Okay, now we're gonna get to the fun part. Now we're gonna get to me trying to learn the side swipe variation. You're gonna see me mess up. Probably gonna see me whip myself a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get to it. So it's something like that. Instead of it being this side swipe all around, it's literally half. See, I'm already getting it. It's just not smooth because it's hitting everything. I gotta watch the video to make sure what is it that I'm missing, because I think I'm doing it right. Y'all see me messing up a lot, right? It doesn't look pretty now. All I'm trying to do right now is I'm getting the feel of it. Like, I'm trying to create some muscle memory. That way, when I go to the gym, I'm out of breath. That's pretty much it. That's the side swipe variation that I was gonna learn. One hand over and opening it back up. Do not worry about speed. I get carried away. I start worrying about speed and I start messing up. I start tripping. Now I'm gonna try to do the freaking switch cross, whatever it's called. This one's gonna be tough. So I'm gonna show you the regular crisscross. Then I'm gonna try to do the switch cross. So this is the regular crisscross. This is the regular crisscross. Damn. This is what I go through. I'm banging myself. I gotta watch the video again. Hold up. I did that one. How did I do it? I did it again. Okay, what just happened here is me making progress. Even though I messed up, now I'm able to get the rope around. So now I'm gonna keep doing it until I get that feel of how it's supposed to go so I won't trip over it. I'm getting the hang of it. It's very sloppy, but I'm able to do it more than once without tripping over the rope. Also, sometimes when you're trying to learn a trick and you keep messing up, you may just need a break. I pretty much got the hang of both of them. This one is way tougher. I saw that this was like an advanced trick. Timing is everything with this one. I'm gonna rest for a little bit and I'm gonna get back into it and that's it. So this is the last round that I'm gonna practice it. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm messing up here. I'm trying to discover the timing. What's the timing that I need to make it smooth? I'm gonna stop there. Let this be an example. I'm getting carried away and I'm getting frustrated. That's not good. You don't learn like that. I'm letting my head get to me, my ego get to me. So I'm gonna chill out. I literally just learned this today. I didn't practice this any other day, but today I saw the video, I looked at how he did it, and I try to copy it. Obviously very sloppy, but when I do it, I'm gonna get the hang of it. My memory is gonna kick in. You guys that are curious, that's pretty much how I start my jump rope routine. Like, cause I get people that ask me, you know, they see me doing all these tricks, and they're like, oh, teach me how to do those tricks. And the first thing I ask them is, do you even know how to jump rope regular? Like, do you know how to hop regular? Because a lot of times people could skip rope, but they probably do it in a form, and I still do this sometimes, and I catch myself. They do it in a way where they're doing more than they should. They're putting too much stress on their shins, on their ankles, on their knees, on their shoulders because of the way they're jumping. Even though they're not tripping over the rope, it's not smooth. When it comes to jumping rope, it's supposed to be effortless. Not like you're struggling to jump through the rope, you know? You know what, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give some pointers out right now. These are a few basic tips that you should know when you're gonna jump rope, right? First and foremost, when you're jumping rope, you're always on the balls of your feet. Always on the balls of your feet, right? You're never flat. You're never jumping like this. Basically tippy toe, not exaggerated, but I hope you guys can see me. Not exaggerated, but like this, right? You also don't wanna be stiff. You don't wanna be jumping, on your knees, because that puts too much pressure, too much stress on your knee joint. So you wanna have a slight bend, right? You always wanna think of a spring when you're jumping, right? On the balls of your feet, this is all you're gonna do, bam. Another thing that people do, they jump too high. You only need to come like half an inch off of the ground. You don't have to jump extremely high. Just real quick, I'm running through this, right? Don't worry about speed. Worry about understanding how the rope feels when it's going around. Get a rhythm going. So what I do is, I usually use a tap. When you're jumping, right? Every time I tap my thigh, or my hip, whatever, that's supposed to be the rope hitting the ground. Look. And then you start getting a rhythm going. See? Just a rhythm, not fast. Slow. With the rope, that's what you want to hear. The length of your rope is very important. If it's too long or too short, you will increase the chances of tripping over the rope. The shorter it is, the less room for error you have. The bigger the rope, the more room for error you have. But if it's too big, then you'll start tripping over it, you know? You have to give yourself enough space to create error without messing up. When you're holding the rope, your elbow should always be tucked in. Always. It should not be here. This is what a lot of people do. When they're jumping rope, right? They jump. Look what just happened, I just tripped. When they jump rope, their arms are here and they're turning with their shoulders. They're turning with their arms. When you do that, you're putting way too much stress on your shoulders. Your elbows have to stay to your sides, right? What's supposed to make the rope turn is your wrist. I told my friend this, I told them when you're turning the rope, think about the song Flick of the Wrist. It's about the flick of the wrist. Elbows in, flick of the wrist. Look. That's it, flick of the wrist. Bang. Not this. Little hops, flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist. That's it. If you're too out, what happens is you're making the rope shorter that way. The further you go out, the shorter you're making it, so you're increasing the chances of tripping over it. The rope has to be kind of like a U, not like this. Make it kind of like a U, like that, right? And it's supposed to barely skid the ground. You don't want the rope dragging on the ground. It's supposed to just skid it. That's pretty much it. I know I've ran through this. For you guys that are like curious about jumping rope and doing tricks, first learn the basics. Learn to jump without tripping, and then learn your individual boxer steps, and then you start getting into the tricks. It's your time. Don't rush it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and smash that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.